We're back from the store and ready to start step 3, the prepare portion of our meal planning. I've put the chicken in the refrigerator along with the cheese so they stay cold, and now I will sort through our produce. The carrots are going to be for our roasted vegetables with the chicken. Lettuce will go into our wrap sandwiches. Apples are for the fruit bowl, and the broccoli will go into a stir fry. We'll use the tortillas later for our quesadilla dinner. We're going to get our chicken ready to roast, and to the pan of chicken breast we're going to add some carrots that have been washed but not peeled. You don't need to peel them. We're simply going to trim the bottoms and the tops and cut them into decent sized chunks because they're going to be roasting in the oven at 350 for about 35 minutes. And to the chicken we're going to add onions and a little bit of seasoning. So right onto the pan, you don't need any oil. We're gonna leave the skin on the chicken, but we're not gonna eat the skin. It's important to keep our protein portions moderate and also keep our protein lean. These chicken breasts were 99 cents a pound, and we're gonna use them for soup, salad, and quesadillas this week. For the onions, you just want to peel it and slice it into quarters. I will put a little bit of seasoning on this, some salt and pepper. You can look into your cupboard and use any kind of dry herbs you have. Parsley, basil, Italian seasoning works. I'm going to use a little bit of thyme today. So this is a salt and pepper mixture. I'm going to use a tiny pinch, about a quarter teaspoon. You don't want to use too much salt. You can add dried herbs to your chicken using whatever you have in your pantry. Today I'm going to use some dried thyme, and since this doesn't have salt or sodium in it, you can use pretty much as you want. The chicken breast will roast at about 350 degrees, 375 for 25 to 40 minutes. Until they're done. You want to check it with a meat thermometer. They should be 165 degrees, or you can simply cut into one and make sure they're done. We're then going to take these 6 chicken breasts and use them in 3 meals: a soup, a salad, and quesadillas. We're here at the stove and we're going to check our chicken. Looks perfect. The carrots have softened, the onions have browned up, and the chicken looks perfect. I've added about 2 teaspoons of canola oil to a saute pan, and to that I'm going to add 1 small diced onion. This is the beginning of our soup. We're going to use 1 chicken breast from the roasting pan, and the rest, remember, portions can be used for quesadillas, salads, and chicken wrap sandwiches. As the onions soften up, I'm going to get the other ingredients ready. I have a quart of homemade chicken broth. From the last time I roasted chicken. I saved the bones, simmer them in water with carrot, onion, and celery, and that way you have homemade low sodium chicken broths. That's been in the freezer and it'll thaw out quickly in the pan. I'm taking 1 chicken breast from our pan, but to extend the amount of protein we have in this recipe, I'm using 1 can of Great Northern beans that have been rinsed and drained. I've also taken a few handfuls of carrots, and those too can go right in the pan. Onion, carrot, chicken, the broth, which is frozen, but will soon melt into the vegetables and form a great, delicious soup. The beans will go in next, but I want to show you a trick with the noodles. You can use any shaped pasta in this recipe. I like to use thin spaghetti because it cooks quick, and I can also use this for many other things. Take a handful of noodles in a clean, dry dish towel and break them up into small pieces. What you want to do right away is take your noodles, transfer them to a bowl so someone doesn't pick up the towel by accident and the noodles don't go on your floor. The beans and noodles are ready to go. Now we just have to simmer our soup until the broth is dissolved. Now I'm going to add the beans to the soup. The beans have already been cooked through, so they just need to warm up. Again, this is to add protein, Also adds fiber, and they're a great low-cost option. As this is very warm, I'm going to add handfuls of the broken up spaghetti noodles. The noodles will cook in the simmering broth, and it only takes 3 to 5 minutes. And then our soup will be ready.